Dun dun dun! Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome back to yet another video. So I just felt that the dun 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 sound effect just fits this character so well. So welcome to today's Eternal Voice Dunlingr or Dun's gameplay showcase. So before we start the gameplay showcase as well as the skills brief description, I'd like to take this opportunity to just showcase the headwear called Mini-Linger. Ling. So this is Dun right here. This is the headwear. I don't know, it just feels like they just took the head of the character and slapped it on top of our avatar right here. So that's that. So yeah, just I'll say it's funny, right? It's more, I'll say, out of place than cute, but I mean, it is what it is. I guess it's just him being too manly. He just makes it such that the chibi version of this character just doesn't look cute at all. So that's my personal take. So this is Mini-Linger, the chibi headwear. So now let's move on to his abilities. So his ability is based around two different forms. So this character has this spell, Bell of Order, which casts an order on the battlefield, and all units on the battlefield will have to obey by the order. So there's two orders, Spellbind as well as Cure Lock. So just treat Spellbind as a anti-ultimate lock, and then Cure Lock is the anti-heal side. Okay, so Spellbind makes everyone on the battlefield unable to cast their ultimate, and Cure Lock cause them to unable to recover HP. So based on which one you choose at the start of battle, he will cast the skill and then cast the respective orders itself. So there is two parts, right? There is the passive and the active. So passive allows him to summon the bell at the start of battle and keep it on the battlefield for 12 seconds, which prevents almost every single instant ultimate at the start of battle. Yeah, I think I still need more testing, but so far most of the commonly used instant ultimate at the start of battle, they get the silence immediately. So that's that very powerful skill to counter Iron teams, and basically locks down Iron team from doing the ultimate spamming shenanigans at the start of battle, because 12 seconds is quite long in terms of a PvP sense. And then there's also the active portion where he will summon the Bell of Order to further extend the order to declare an order to prevent the enemy from doing what they want to do, or basically cast the Cure Lock or Spellbind effect based on which one you set. So this skill also deals damage whenever he casts the ultimate, whenever he summons the bell, and if your Dun is defeated, the order duration will be reduced to 30% of the remaining time. So I'll say this character is really strong against the current meta, because right now some of the most commonly used characters, they are either heal centric or they are ultimate centric. So Dun alone can actually seal off what your enemies want to do on the defensive end, and I personally think Dun is actually a lot stronger on the offense than on the defense, because based on what your enemies feel on their defense, you can choose the respective locks, right, be it Spellbind or Cure Lock, and then get greater effect out of it. And on the defensive side, I think right now in the test server, because everyone has a maxed out account in terms of the units as well as the EX weapon depending on who you invest in, right, Dun is actually quite commonly used together with Donnell, right, Dino, which is the D&D combo, which I'll talk about and showcase later. So this is basically the main part of his kit, a very powerful kit. And then the second skill and third skill has some sort of synergy based on obviously which of the bell order you choose. So Grand Resonance releases a shockwave to cover frontal area to do damage, and if the Bell of Order is Spellbind, he reduces the attack speed of the enemy, and if the Bell of Order is Cure Lock, he deals additional damage based on the enemy's lost HP. So meaning Cure Lock allows him to do more damage, and then Spellbind allows him to cast a debuff. So that's for the second ability. And the third ability, Harmonic Sound War, if the Bell of Order is set to Spellbind, he gains a shield that absorbs damage whenever the enemy casts their ultimate. So this is when the Bell of Order is on the downtime, right, because there's actually this period where the very first active is down, and then Dun hasn't charged up the energy yet, or he has some enemy targeting him to prevent him from charging the energy. Then that's where the enemies might still be able to cast the ultimate. So this is where this skill comes in to allow him to gain some shield to last long enough to cast the active portion of the skill. So second part, if the Bell of Order is set to Cure Lock, Dun gains a shield that absorbs damage each time he loses 20% of his max HP. So this allows him to be a lot tankier. And I think in terms of Dun's individual power level itself, Cure Lock is actually a lot stronger because it allows him to do more damage as well as tank a lot better compared to the Spellbind Sight. Spellbind Sight is very a specific counter to ultimate centric archetype, but I'll say the Cure Lock is generally, I'll say, the more versatile one in terms of dealing with everyone else, because most teams should have at least one sustain, and being able to prevent your enemies from healing is actually a big thing if you are running a sniper team, right? A full assassin team or burst team to quickly end off your opponent's run. So that's for the 3 abilities. So the hero focus is damage reduction, Clemency Chime. So like I mentioned earlier, this Bell of Order causes everyone on the battlefield to actually be affected by Dun, including your team. So you need his EX weapon skill, Clemency Chime, to ensure your furthest non-summon ally gets a protection to be not affected by his order. So that's why this character is commonly seen with Diurnal now, to let Diurnal do what he wants while providing the attack buff as well as haste buff for your Diurnal. So the main carry of the team. But I think there is a lot of other ways to use him, and I'll probably try to experiment him with a lot of different other carries to see which one suits him better. But at least in the PvP side of things, Dino and Dun right here together is really insane. So I'll showcase later. So next one, the last skill, Enhanced Force skill. So upon casting the ultimate, grants all allies 50 attack speed for 6 seconds if it's spellbind, and provides them with 25 life drain for 6 seconds if the order is set to Cure Lock. Okay, so there is this choose between the 2 abilities part. So I think without a doubt, this character is definitely the new meta for PvP, at least based on what we can observe right now. But I personally don't really like his design because I don't think it's very flexible. Like it is more like oh, I'm gonna attack you, and I know you are doing this, so I'm using this character to counter whatever you want to do. So it is definitely really oppressive against obviously some of the most powerful archetypes. But at the same time, if you are, I'll say like this character sort of forces you to think of the loop, because if your server has a lot of people running him, you're definitely not gonna run the old archetypes and go up against him, because he just shuts you down, right? Your Iron teams, your Hillwin and Damien Sustain, they ain't gonna work against this character. But at the same time, I feel that as an individual standalone character, this character doesn't really shine too much outside of PvP. I could be wrong, because I do think that the Cure Lock portion might have some use, but the Spellbind part outside of PvP, I'll say, is pretty mediocre in most cases. So that's my take about Dun. I think he is a severely PvP centric character based on the kit right now, and in terms of the PvE end, I tried him in the different AFK stage, didn't really find too much success. In terms of the general like bosses, Dream Realm and stuff, doesn't really do much, because like Spellbind is not gonna stop the boss from casting an ultimate, and most bosses doesn't even recover HP in the first place. So this character right now, very PvP centric. So since we are talking about PvP right now, let's move on to my arena setting. Okay, so for the arena side, I think there was some issue in terms of the refresh. So I kept on matching into Mystic right here, which is my friend. So I usually will attack the rightmost guy on screen, but I guess I'll just take on Flight for this one, just to showcase Dun's ability. So let's go into Flight's lineup. So let me just click on it. Okay, there's the thing is back once again. So if you click on Arcimon right here, you guys can see a Dun, right? So a lot of people are actually actively trying him out, and having lost a lot with him and having won a lot with him, I think I learned a lot about this character, and I will talk about it as we run through the gameplay itself. So let's start this challenge. So right here, he's using Lily May with Dun. So on the Cure Lock side, so I don't think the enemy has anything that's super duper impactful in terms of the ultimate, to be really honest. Yeah, by the way, I think I'll take this opportunity to showcase Lily May's interaction with Dun right here, because let me see. Okay, so I think Dun will be blocked up by the... Okay, so because right, for Lily May's case, what will happen is Lily May will still able to cast the stuns at the start of battle, as you guys will see later on. So that's one interaction I think a lot of people ask me to test. So I'll take this opportunity to use Bryon as the unit as well. And then I think we should be good to go, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, let's start this battle. So I'm using Iron Armor's control. So as you guys can see from the start, right, the Lily is still able to jump towards Iron at the start of battle to cancel out my Iron's ultimate right there. And in terms of the interaction between most of the insta ultimates, the Spellbind basically cancels them out at the start of battle except for Lily May's one. So that is based on our current testing. There could still be other ultimate that could still go through, but what Spellbind does is prevent Lily May from casting the active portion, which will also sort of limit the power of Lily May a little bit. But in all honesty, if she's still able to cast the ultimate at the start of battle, Lily May is still very powerful against Dun. So that is definitely a good news for those of you guys who went for Lily May, because I think to a certain extent Lily May is an answer to Dun. In a sense, her initial jump is not affected by Dun, be it Spell Lock or Cure Lock. Okay, so let's continue for In the Name of Science. So we'll do the last ticket to just try to attack into the enemy with my team. So you guys can see I keep getting Mystic right here. So I kind of don't want to attack my guild mate. So what I'm going to do, we're going to refresh a few more times. And if we still get the same players, I'll just take on Flight as a showcase. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll just go with Flight once again. Okay. So for Flight this time around, okay, there's a little bit of bug here. Give me a second. Okay, so there was a little bit of bug, and my arena run got consumed. So for this run itself, I'll use my Supreme Arena to showcase Dun's ability. I guess we will take on Ash for this one. So Ash is also running a Dun, so we can take this opportunity to see the D&D team ability. The very first team has an Iron and the Armor. So yeah, we're just gonna use this opportunity to showcase why our dear Dun is this anti-meta character, because we just shut down these Iron teams in general. So let's go with this one. And then for this one, this guy is using the Mauler Charm. Okay, this could be scary though. Although there's a Mikola there. Mikola ultimate might be really fast as well. Wait, what's the last unit? Oh, there's a Soren in the mix as well. Okay. I mean, we can take him on, definitely. With regards to this team, the enemy's Dun is actually using Spell Lock as well, so we will be locked away, unfortunately. So I think against this team, I will use this one. I'll use this, right? Because the enemy has no way to prevent control. And we're gonna use... no, Damien has already been used on the other team, right? Yeah, so we will just use Heal-In for this one. We just run full burst. And then for this one... okay, for this one, right? We're gonna take out the Molars. Yeah, we're gonna... I tell you what, we're gonna do this.
Let me join the fray.
Gonna burst down we're gonna burst down the Dino. Yeah. Where's my Sylvina?
Present. Your command.
Okay. And we're gonna throw in the barrel. And we're gonna throw in a Nara here. But Nara's not actually really good on this map against this lineup. So maybe not Nara. I guess we need some sustain, so we're gonna use Ludovic. And I'm gonna throw in the Feresto in the mix, I guess. Just for the funsies. Is Feresto good? Nah, I don't think Feresto's good against this enemy. How about this? We put a Sinbad. Yeah, all our enemies are gonna charge the front line, and that's where the ultimate doesn't matter. So without further ado, let's just give Sinbad a try, since people ask for Sinbad as well. So we will start by showcasing my very own Dun, and then we'll also showcase the other teams. So we'll be looking at Battle 1 and Battle 3 more closely. Okay, so let's start the battle. So we prevent the ultimate at the start of battle, which basically stops Iron from casting the ultimate. Okay, and then our Dino gets buffed up by Damien together with the artifact right there. Since our shield our Skytar shield didn't fall on him, he only has 2 charge. He just got the 3rd charge, being able to proc the EX weapon here. So this D&D combo is insanely powerful right now. Yeah, because Iron is one of the bigger... The Iron comms are generally some of the biggest counter to Dino, which got shut down by Dun right here. Okay, so prevent the enemies from doing much by controlling them. So for this one, we just go at 2 times. I don't really mind losing, it's just that I want to see the results of Battle 1 and Battle 3. Whoever once again control them, Huey's ultimate get off, manage to keep the sorting going, and then I guess yeah, that's where Lily May is able to snipe them off. Okay, so 1 for Battle 2, and we go to Battle 3 right here. So this is the enemies done using the spellbind. So I'm not gonna spam my ultimate, I'm just gonna rely on bursting the enemy down, but I think my plan is not working, unfortunately. My plan is not working, unfortunately. So this is the period where the Bell of Order is down and your enemies can still cast their skill, right? So this is the downtime that I'm referring to. But unfortunately, the Dino hits way too hard. I didn't manage to snipe off the Dino fast enough, so we lost this one, unfortunately. But it's fine, we won the match overall. But you guys can roughly see the, I'll say like the wait, what? We might still be able to win because Barrow is doing work. Okay, one thing I realized about my experience in the test server so far is that Barrow is an insanely powerful character in PvP, by the way. Like, I think Barrow could also be a possibility with Dun, which is something I'm going to test in the next few days as well. So generally, I'll say Dun is definitely going to be meta for PvP because he counters some of the most meta builds and heroes out there. But unfortunately, this character is not without his weaknesses, and we will save all these weaknesses talk for the actual character review itself. Thank you very much for tuning in. Do remember to like and subscribe to see more. See you guys again in my next video. Bye guys.